to 90 nights 51. So today I want to start working on, I told you that I got new sugarcane to make some cane sets. So the others that I transplanted are looking really nice. Then there are some in the container. Looking good. So today I want to make some more cane sets and start them. How are you today? How are you today? How was your weekend? We also need to work on these pineapples. The garlic, at least last time we did the spring onions. That is done. Then the other onions, let me see if I get to finish working on this, preparing the eyes, the cane sets. I need to give you an update. So let me get working. trying to look for my light so that I can be able to take you outside. Let me start with the ones that don't have the cover. And by the way, after getting your sugar cane, don't leave it for too long because it will dry. But then if you have to leave them for too long, there's another method I use. Me and my DIY methods, I always have a way. Make sure that they're in a bag and you like close the bag and then just place them in a dark corner. When you do that, at least it does not, all the moisture does not like dry. Yeah? There's some moisture left and the warmth in the place where it is dark. Somehow it is, I place them in the kitchen where it's not that cold, and that moisture, that little moisture will stimulate the growth of the shoots from these points. So but instead of, if you leave them like this, this is what will happen. And see how it dries. So this one, I don't know whether it will shoot or not. Let me just get to the back and demonstrate to you what I'm seeing. So, what a bag. It can be any any type of bag. You can get to know the type of material. So, what you do, best if you can remove all the covers, because these covers are usually so hard. I think I shared a video to demonstrate what happens if you leave the covers on and you want to like jumpstart them to start growing. If you leave these covers on, they are so hard. So the best thing to do is just to remove them. Remove the covers, all of them, then just put them like so that is your bag, like that. Then you make sure you do this. So once then this one, you can just place it in a dark corner. So by doing that, you will prevent this drying, because there will be some moisture. Remember, it is sugar cane and it has the sweet water. So at least by doing that, you will like jumpstart them. And I think I shared There's a time I showed you I had very nice shoots from all the eyes, the growth buds, but then they did not have any roots. So using that method, that is what you can achieve. And that is if you're not ready to like work on them. If you're not ready to like work on them, place them in a bag and just let them stay there. It will be good. But if you leave them open for too long, they dry up so fast. So for me, I prefer working with, after I did the experiment, I prefer working with Kent sets that have just one eye. Then I also, at least I was able to see if I use the garden soil, it will be good. So this time around there are some pieces here. I think I prepared them like how many days ago? 4 days ago, but I wasn't able to like finish working on them and just set them again. And I also wanted to do it during the night garden. So these ones, just take them to the compost. And just start working on it. By there we haven't gotten any rains, but today it looks like I was just checking the forecast. They said yesterday they predicted some rains. There was some chance, 50% chance, but it never rained. And today it looks like it may rain. This one feels like really cold. I don't know whether it will. These ones are good. So I do not know whether it will rain or not, but it looks like it wants to rain. Let's see how many sets I can get from this. This one looks good. 2. There are some that usually look weak, but then once you stand it in water, but then the ones that are standing in water are okay. But instead of using that method, I just demonstrate using the bag. I just want to prepare them, and it's not a must you use the garden soil to start them. Like the way they are, these pieces like this, I could go plant them in the garden. So if it does rain, I'll just have a few to jumpstart. Then the rest I have to look for a new corner, because the sugarcane loves the sun. So I have to look for a nice corner. There are some parts in the garden where I know at some point during the day it will be shaded, because now the building around, it's not like an open field. My garden is not that that big. So some points are usually shaded during the day. Then there's another area with lots of trees, and that is where I grow the herbs. So I'll have to go around just scouting for a place where I can start more sugarcane. So I'm giving space to every eye. So I just start working so that I can be able to. I'll see how many I can do in the night garden. As we continue getting updates of what is happening. So finally the chili is ripening. We have some red chili. Then I think the last time I showed you the capsicum that have turned color. So nice and beautiful, but the buds. Yeah, the buds. There are some that at least I've used a net to cover. So I know I'll be able to get some. I want to get them like some mature ones, huh? Because if I get the mature fruits, huh? Like the ones that are ready, not just starting to the ripening process. They're like mature and ripe and nice and red. I can be able to save seeds. The issue is the seeds have become so expensive, and any opportunity you get to get some good seeds, you know that the plant is producing well, it's performing well. If it can get the optimum conditions, here it is like water stress. That's the issue. Water stress is the issue, and sometimes the high temperatures. But if it can get the manure, it can get the compost and some water, those seeds that you save work. Remember I showed you the papaya seeds that I just dried, and by then they're looking good. I have to give I will give an update. Today I decided we have to work on these things before we go around the garden. It's usually so nice when you go around the garden. And did I show you the new fruits? Remember the last time I was showing you the garden, you saw like there's a part that I did not get to because the time was how much gone. So I have some big fruits, nice fruits. And even for the passion fruit tree that I shared the video, the journey of how I transplanted it from a container to the corner. That corner is now full of fruits. I have to share like an update this week. Sometimes that corner, it's not easy to access the connection, the internet connection, so that's why I haven't gotten to that point. But then on this other side, I will try. I know the very end where we have bananas, the network may be an issue, but I will have to try. So this whole part, but then okay. I think for the ones that are like super bigger, these small ones, I'll start them in the tray, and the ones that are super big, I'll just take them directly to the feed. Because look, like this one, the joints are so far away. If you compare it with another one, the joints are closer. But then I just think it is the variety. Look at this. It's just the variety of. It starts from there. So this is like one. This is one, but here we have two. And then, and by the way, when I'm buying sugarcane, I would prefer to get the very root, the bottom end. That is where the sugars are concentrated. You know, I got this one. This is like free because this is like wastes. Usually, this part, the top side, you don't get that sweet sugarcane taste it starts to linger on the side of salty instead of the being sweet. So that is why you can get like the free seeds. Just start in your garden. Otherwise, if these ones were there, what I'm saying, I would have chewed them because I love sugarcane. I love sugarcane so much. And I'm so happy I started it. And but then the ones in containers are looking good. I will give an update. So the very end, and the banana. The banana, you remember the banana stuff that I brought here that I showed you I want to start? It is looking really nice. Really, really nice. I think the rains did some good to it. So now I have the big one, then I have like 2 other small ones that have started, and then the new banana. So I'm hoping this time, but then here, this garden, the other garden I've harvested banana. I don't know if we have ever brought the sweet bananas. I hope one day I'll be able to bring the sweet bananas that I harvest from the other garden. And now I know for the orange tree, wow, this thing is hard. I have to wait for it to go into flowering. Somehow it decided it needs like a new set of foliage, which is good because the foliage that was there before was somehow it had some pests, so they were not looking good and strong. But then now it has grown some new foliage. Oh, that was hard. And now the next time it goes into flowering, I know there are new, it has even become bigger, there are new branches. So with the new branches, I know once it goes into flowering, I will get some nice oranges. There are just some few oranges on the tree, by the way. And the oranges that we harvested last time, those ones were like the first harvest. That tree has been there for long. So what I did, I added a lot of ash, and also I dumped a lot of kitchen waste just around there, just around the roots, and lots of ash. And finally, the flowers do not fall because usually it goes into flowering and then you lose the flowers. But then adding like some ash was good. My blade. I need to cut this piece. So there are some that like this one feels hard. I don't know whether it will grow. There are some that I tested the last time. If it feels like super hollow, it will not, there's nothing that will grow there. Gardening is always a journey of just learning as you go on. using a knife because I love it. I love it if it's a clean cut. It's like, see that one, I had to break it up. There's a difference, by the way. If you use a knife, you'd have to keep on hitting and hitting. But then if I use that blade, at least I get a clean cut. And this one was, it was not straight from the from the word go. It decided it wants to grow, and it wanted to turn, I don't know to which direction. It wanted to go north. So it's not like this other, you see this? It decided that it wants to go north. Turn north. We'll see how it grows. And then I told you this is like the waste part. These are the leftovers. So I think even when they were just being bundled together and being cut, because here you can buy sugar cane, like they peel it for you and just cut it using a knife. Somehow they damaged this part. But you'll see where it grows. So the big pieces I've decided they just go to the garden. So perhaps during this week we'll go outside. The adventurers lights. The adventurers lighting. Good. It was actually good sugar cane, only that it decided needs to turn. And these roots look good. Here, there I'm not so sure because you see. Lights. I haven't given you an update of what else. The groundnuts. Soon I should be harvesting the groundnuts. Oh yeah, and the okra. I knew there's something I've not showed you. By the way, now there is okra. We need to go outside so that I can show you okra. I need to show you the okra. And sometimes I like starting early before it becomes too dark to go outside so that you can be able to see. We have okra now, so I want to show you. The ones in the containers are looking good, but still far off. But now the ones in the garden right there, I've seen like a nice piece, and the size is really good, because sometimes when you let them when they become too big, now they are not soft. You need to like time the harvests. And because it's not like a very big patch, it's just starting off. So I have like one that is ready, like really ready for harvest. But then, if I would want to cook it, I would want to harvest it with the rest. But I will show you. I will show you how it looks. Good. Now see this one, like it's like super big. That's why I'm telling you. These ones that are super big, instead of using the tray to stack them, I just take them to the garden. I do some direct sowing. They'll take up too much space. Deal with this one. We see. Oh, this is the very top air. Looks like they will not get any growth from this point. It looks yeah, we not get any growth. So on this side there is no, it was cut. So this is, that's why I was telling you this is like waste. I didn't get like the sugar cane that I can chew these ones. You can't eat these ones. Yeah. They don't have the sweets. This is waste. So I'm just creating seeds like from the waste. Let's see. This one will not okay. You need to make it real. Let's divide it. So that arranging them becomes easier. Then if the eye doesn't have to struggle to like come from down going up, like the experiments, it's so nice. They shoot up so fast. Like that. And sugar cane takes long time to it takes a long time to get to maturity. But then the good thing is that if where you are you have like warm weather, it will take a shorter period. But if it is you have like the long cold seasons, it will take even longer. Here the good thing is that our temperatures don't go too low. And majority of the time we have like the hot sun. And by then now we are heading to the colder months. We should actually be like preparing just to get into the colder months. But then, as it is with the changes all over, let's wait and see. There was a time we were expecting like the June, July cold. Then we did not get the cold June, July. We got it much later. When it's supposed to be raining, it is just cold. When it was supposed to be cold, it was hot. That is all the climate change that is all over. So that is done. This is another good one. They are the very top. So high. hard. Let's see how many we can get here. 1, 2, like 4. Hey, my blade, what is it? It's getting stuck all the time, I don't know why. Or perhaps it's not even the blade, it's... My hands are tired. Maybe saying it's the blade when it's my hand is tired. Whew. So these ones, they look dry, but once I remove, I'll just cut off the tips. I always have a DIY a DIY method to bring it back to life and make it beautiful. I'll just cut off the dry tips, remove the bottom, then we need to stand them in water. Just give them a head start. I don't have, but there I had some in containers. Then I transplanted, and there's only one that survived. And you know the way they take a long time. So I'm hoping if I can get at least 2, that I can give them this time round. I'll not transplant it. I'll give them in containers. Then what else? The beans are looking really nice. I have set flowers, and there are some beans that already the pots are filling up. See where I cut this. Hey, I used to cut with one. Because you can't use a knife. Don't use knives. Let's see. Yeah. Good. So, one more piece here. Actually, I think my hands are tired. I think my hands are tired because why is the blade all of a sudden? All of a sudden, the blade has decided. Like that. So at the this end, I don't think there's anything. This thing is like harder, super hard. I don't think there's anything that will come. If this one is here, then it should be here. Look, it's here. Now the other one is this other side. I don't think it does not look strong. Choose another piece. Then this week I also have to start. Oh, and we started last time. We started some cucumbers. We started cauliflower, some beets and Swiss chard. They have shot up already because the weather has been warm. Remember the last time we started, when we started them, there was some point when it was cold and you were getting like the heavy rains, the flooding. But now the weather has been warm. So I've been keeping it moist. I hope, okay, I will bring the container. It's just one container. So I will bring it and show you. Oops. To go to my nail. That is also another side of just cutting it. Yeah, instead of struggling too much. So, okay, let's work on this one. This is a really good piece. It looks super strong and nice. So if I don't remove this part, it's not that easy for it to shoot up. Wow, it looks really nice. Still soft, eh? I don't know if there's anything. Let me just open. You see if there is. Because this is the top end. Aha, there it is. You see? This one here. But then, I don't think it will come. Let's try. It is soft. This part is soft, by the way. Then this one looks like it wasn't harvested. Look at this. This one looks like it wasn't harvested a long time ago. You see this part? It is soft. It's not like this other pieces. Ah, you see this one is hard. This one is soft. And you actually see where the expansion happened. Like where it was bending at this point. I think it was the way they were like, they're usually packed in lorries. So many, I think the way it was packed. That is why she decided also like it's going north. Because this part is still soft. So this one, we can get like 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I'll try 5. So the closer the joints are, the more cansets you can get. If the joints are so far away, it means you'll get less cansets. But then if I'm choosing sugarcane just to enjoy at home, I would prefer one that does not have, because those joints are usually, they are hard. They They are sweet, but it's so hard to chew them. And it's actually good exercise for your gums and your teeth. So this one I'll have to just cut it here. No, this one will be small pieces. They won't be like these other big pieces because the joints are so close. So I have to make sure that every joint at least has some sugar cane, huh? Like energy to grow. This blade has become, let me try, see whether, is this the blade or am I tired? Let me try another blade. And you've been insisting it is the blade. So I'm trying to get a clean cut as much as possible. To start. Yeah. So these ones are good. These ones will go to the tray. They are small, so I can pack in lots of them. So now I've discovered a new method. Once the blade sticks, and turn it. It doesn't even want to steady on the tray because good. That was nice. That was nice. Let's see. Let me finish up this one, then we may not finish up. I will leave them in the bag. Huh? So that I would like to show you the stats. Good. Nice. So one more cut. I don't know if this part will make it with one more cut here. I told you this part is super soft. And look at that. I told you it is super soft. Like I didn't even take a minute to get through. You see? And see how it is. It's still super soft. So I want to get, because the time is far much gone and I haven't finished the rest. What do we do first before I get the let me position these ones. So I said I'm choosing the small pieces. The small pieces, I'll give them a head start. The ones that are big will go to the garden. That's a water spider. The big pieces, do some direct sowing in the garden. So I still have another tray. I have not filled it, so I didn't bring it today. Let's see what can fit here first. So here, as long as it is in contact, I hope you can see. Oh, and by the way, it has started flowering again. We have started flowering. So soon, the table will be so beautiful. So let's see if I don't get to give you an update. Definitely tomorrow. Let's see if I can create more space by just because my goal is to ensure at least just all round the cane set it has access to, it is in contact with the garden soil. Like they're not like this without soil here, so at least there's some soil in between, because the roots, you saw how the roots, like this one I can put it like this, because what you will wet is the garden soil. So once the garden soil remains moist, at least the roots now will start growing. So that means as much as you try fitting in so many of them, I can always add some more garden soil. There's there's a certain limit you won't pass if you need all of them to be in contact with the garden soil. These smaller ones, oh my, you know what? It is look at this. This one is good, by the way. It is drizzling. And I wanted to go outside to give you, I don't know if I'll be able, it is drizzling. Yes, when we were starting, I told you that good. It looks like it wants to rain. Yesterday we were told it would rain, but it never rained. So I'll fit in this one here. Whether all these are good. Let me remove this and see whether I can fit in. Perfect. Like it has a bend, and so it can stay here. Here, I can always add some more garden soil later, after just arranging them. So at least we've been able to prepare some more sets. The chili is finally ripening, and then I promised to show you we were supposed to do something to harvest the sweet potato vines, so that you can get some more sweet potato in the garden. See whether I can fit. I'll be able to fit two here, really. Let's see. It's a thin piece. Remember, every part is supposed to be in contact with the garden soil. Now my container that has the garden soil is outside. So I'm trying to fit in all these pieces. So I don't think another one will fit here. So good, this one took the corner. It is good. Now it has started drizzling, by the way. So I will not show you the container. Today, I also wanted to show you the cucumber. Somehow the cucumber is just wants to go into flowering. Last time we removed some flowers, and I also noted that it has some flowers again, so you have to remove some flowers. So this is it. This is our arrangement, just making sure that every piece, and I think this time round, you remember last time round when I arranged them like this, I didn't have to cover them. So someone was asking, how come you're not covering it, like burying it like the other seeds? So I'll get more garden soil at least to ensure that it is like really covered. Although this is a small tray, because you look at the size. You see the size, and it does the job well. So I will get more garden soil to cover it. So I'll just, the next step is just to get it wet, moisten the soil so that it can start the growing process, the roots, and shooting up. This one looks really nice, this one here. I think I need to make some more, to add some more holes to my DIY bottle. Well, that is it. So next I want to put, let me just, this to wet it. But then tomorrow we'll get some more garden soil for it. Then perhaps tomorrow we can have some adventure also outside to grow these other ones. We have to select a spot. I have to select a spot first. You know, it's drizzling and the soil smells so nice. You know that like when hot water hits like dry, really dry ground. The ground is dry, by the way. It smells so nice. Okay, now you can hear. It has started raining. Now you can hear the rain. But then I'm still saving some pills. So our sugarcane, our okra, the capsicum, by the way, some leaves have been affected. So we have to see what to do, but I have some good fruits. I'll add some more later, and we also want to add some more garden soil. Then what's left is to, let me show you. Yeah, definitely it has started raining now. And the flower that was here, by the way, I told you it was it crawls. So I transplanted it elsewhere. I hope it will survive. It's getting some rain today. So what you do, the other pieces, use your bag. Place them inside like that. The part with the cover is the top side, like that. Then I'll also place these other pieces inside, because you can work on them the coming nights. I'm so excited. We got to night 50 from night 1. We got to night 51. Night 50, night 51. So this, just put them like that. Like, even if they're like that, they are good enough. So that is it for night garden 51. Thank you so much. Join me again. We have to like do some planting outside, some adventure with my light. And it's raining, and that is bye. Let's meet night 52. Wow.